Welcome back, friends, to Roleplaying Unlimited presents Baldur's Gate, Descent into Avernus. Here with me again in the upper left frame there, we have Justin playing the Tiefling Sorcerer Nadir. And we're going to start off with something a little different tonight, as each of our players are going to give you a bit of information on their characters' backstories. After which we will discuss some events that brought this group together before we actually started this live streaming process. Foreshadowing that event will be pertinent in the very near future. So, Nadir, why don't you tell us about yourself?
You want me to just read my character background? Is that what you want?
Yeah, that should work. Take two.
You hear me now?
Loud and clear, my friend.
Alright, so my character's name is Nadir Al-Azim. He is from Kalimshan, which is one of the countries in Forgotten Realms. It's to the south. It's kind of a Middle Eastern-based country. And he was born a little different than others. He is a tiefling, which means he has demonic heritage. And his mother was actually another tiefling who was a prostitute in the capital city of Kalimport, in the country of Kalimshan. And as is custom in that country, he was given up for adoption instead of being raised by his brothel that his mother worked in. The people who adopted him were a couple of tieflings themselves, and actually ran a mercenary company called the Devil's Rejects, because most of the people in the company were also tieflings. What he didn't know at the time was that his father was rumored to be what's known as the Dark Eight, which are the top 8 generals of the Nine Hells. Having this information, his adopted parents decided to put him into officer training from a very young age, hoping he would also inherit his father's military expertise. Whether he did or not, that's still up for debate. So being put into his officer training, he learned quickly. He formed a bond with the other mercenaries of his age group, and it became readily apparent that him and those other children were being groomed to be a platoon or whatnot of their own, so that when they came of age, they would all work together very well because they've been training for a very long time. He developed magical powers. Some believe it was because of his heritage to a pit fiend that this happened, and he learned that he was much better from behind, not in the front lines. He also had the strange heritage quirk that he had wings. Most tieflings do not. Another aspect from his pit fiend father, likely. He did fall in love during this time with another tiefling girl named Yasmina, who was part of his platoon, and they trained for a long time together. During this time, the Second Sundering, an event in Forgotten Realms history, happened, and it was a tumultuous time. Governments fell, landscapes were changed, magic was changed, and their mercenary company was quite busy, and unfortunately kept being defeated by the forces they were up against. So eventually his team was put into the field, even though they were still very young, and under his command he was supposed to scout out a route to get the rest of the home base to safety because forces had been seen moving on their encampment. Being that he was naive and somewhat unwise, he only saw a small force ahead of them and figured his larger force could easily take them, not realizing that this small force was an elite force, special forces if you will, and upon encountering this enemy, they were way outmatched. And one of the last things he remembers seeing before being shot down was his whole squad being torn to pieces by this other squad. He did not die, though. He woke up hours later, surrounded by the bodies of his comrades, and managed to limp his way back to their encampment just to find it burned to the ground. No survivors there either. He managed to find his way with some refugees and made his way to Baldur's Gate, where there is a ghetto of sorts for those from Kalimshan. It is called Little Kalimport, and he has been living there, doing mercenary work for several years now. His half-brother Doom, he has encountered there as well, who is crippled from those fights, and he has to take care of him. So a lot of his income from mercenary work goes to caring for his half-brother. And it is in the city of Baldur's Gate that he has met with the rest of the team, and that is another story altogether.
Fantastic. Thank you there, J-Man. And that's going to move us over to the second frame there on the top, where we have our Aasimar Paladin, Selaphiel, played by Evil Dawn. I can't get over the irony of those two statements being in the same sentence. Let's get some background from your character as well, please.
Okay. Well, I mean, the Evil Dawn part is because of the goatee. You know, there's probably a good Dawn out there somewhere, but the Evil Dawn has the goatee. Selaphiel was the product of an angel of Tyr and a female human. His mother died in childbirth at the Temple of Tyr. Selaphiel was raised in the temple by Francisco, the head priest. Francisco wanted Selaphiel to be a priest, and yet understood that Selaphiel's strength lay in his physical prowess and charisma. Many of the town's young ladies were smitten with the handsome young man, and yet he only had eyes for training to be the best warrior for Tyr. He battles for truth and light. Selaphiel wasn't very good at book learning, yet picked up languages like a master. Some believed it was born into him. He learned Celestial like it was his native language. He was also taught Abysmal and Diabolical because his mentor always told him, it is just as important to learn the language of our gods and masters as it is important to learn the language of our enemies. Selaphiel was trained in many different weapons, and yet had a natural affinity with the warhammer. He trained for many hours, and soon it became apparent that becoming a paladin was the path Tyr set for him. Selaphiel is tall, muscular, blonde, with long hair, and he also has almost like a supernatural effect that his hair blows in the wind, even indoors. Selaphiel was deemed ready to do Tyr's work outside the temple, and was tasked at protecting an Aasimar priest while going to Baldur's Gate, and there he'd start his adventure.
Thank you there, brother. So we got our Aasimar Paladin there, and then third in line there we have our half-orc fighter Gruhlak, played by James there. Let's get some background information on your character, please.
Oh, hello. Good evening. I'm going to go into my character Gruhlak. Pretty much the heart of the group, I would say. Maybe the glue that holds the entire thing together. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. So, Gruhlak was a result of a short union between his orc mother and an unknown human mercenary, or a match made in heaven. While not a true outcast, his life was a difficult one in a smaller tribe. His mother was a quiet but proud priestess of the Cave Mother, Luthic. She encouraged him to stand up to his violent peers, but also to appreciate service to the tribe. Gruhlak's tribe is one of the smaller fringed groups on the outskirts of the Kingdom of Many Arrows. Slightly more civilized compared to other mountain tribes due to their proximity to the Kingdom of Many Arrows. They benefited from their interaction with dwarves of Mithril Hall and an occasional adventurer or mercenary. Luckily, this gave Gruhlak a generally positive opinion of those races, or of these races and cultures, except for elves. They are too pretty and smart. Anyway, as big as his orc brethren, he had no issues holding his own in a scrap. Traditional orcish culture was extremely warlike, and when not at war, the race was usually planning for it. Gruhlak approached life with the belief that to survive, one had to control as many resources as possible, or best their enemies in open combat. Having handled themselves in various skirmishes with bandits and creatures, it was time to branch out and experience the world at 11 years old, or ripe 11 years old. When a dwarven warrior stated he was going to Baldur's Gate, he figured he could find his own way via the port city. Gruhlak was surprised that he actually had to earn his way in the city. A little weird. They did not share their resources like in the tribe, and he learned, maybe slowly, that he needed coin to survive. Mercenary work was a natural calling, and he picked up a few odd jobs here and there before signing up with the elite fighting force of the Flaming Fists. He got some coin, had to train a bit, but it had its perks. He's getting the city down, and his fighting prowess is respected. And again, he's the pivotal member of the group. Best looking by far, easily, maybe the most intelligent. Don, you're right, Don? You're coughing a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Nope, just joking over your words there a little bit. Handsome of all.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you acknowledging
No,
that.
not even close there, sir. Not even close.
Okay, I don't have the hair, but the teeth, the toofs, is definitely puts me maybe ahead slightly.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's everything for Gruhlak there, James?
Yes. He definitely likes fighting with his great sword, which is used to deadly effect. And he's very well spoken, by the way, as well, as you'll see.
Very loudly spoken as well, as we've learned from previous subterfuge missions in the dungeon where everybody's supposed to be quiet.
Subterfuge, whatever. I can't spell that.
Too many syllables. Alright, and then we move down to the second row there, where we have Kyla playing our bugbear monk Hezra. Any details about your character you'd like to share?
I'm a bugbear ranger. I'm pretty close to a monk, I guess. I am quite nimble, I suppose, for a bugbear. But she has a largely unknown background. She's away from her tribe, mostly unwillingly. She wandered around for a good while, helping people out, navigating the vast forests and whatnot that were around. Ran into Jeong-Hoon while he was wandering at some point, and they've been like besties ever since then. She hung out a lot, and she followed Jeong-Hoon to the big meeting between all of us, the house. And, she's kind of an airhead sometimes, picking things up when she's not really thinking, and she's just too strong for her own good. She isn't super trusting of strangers, but this group has quickly won her over for the most part. Especially Jeong-Hoon, who, was just so open and funny. And I think, let me double check, I think that's just about it. Yeah, that's about it for her.
Fantastic. And speaking of Jeong-Hoon there, our wonderful illustration of his character. Alas, Jim will not be joining us tonight, but Justin has bravely stepped up and volunteered to handle the role of playing two characters. Generally in RPU we have a rule of, we call it? One player, one character. But tonight Justin's going to do us a favor and take over the half-orc monk because we need the extra firepower. As you can see, we are one frame short there. That is our Aasimar cleric, Kalidor. As mentioned in last week's RPU OOC, Ben has had to take a hiatus from RPU activities, so we're going to see exactly what happens to his character here in the coming moments. But first, let's pick it up where we left off. Let me move over to our map real quick. Alright, so we have the Vanthampur Villa loading up. And here we are. Perfect. Looks like it needs a second to come into focus. Generally scrolling out and then back in helps with that. For any of you other Roll20 streamers out there that are getting into this like we are, there's all kinds of little handy tidbits that help. We are a shared community. Okay, so here is the second level of the Vanthampur Villa. Let's zoom in a little bit closer now that we're here. We have Thirstwell Vanthampur, the cowardly eldest son of Duke Vanthampur. He has readily surrendered pretty much as soon as you entered the chamber. And in here as well, we have the rest of the party, accompanied by our 3 NPCs, Rhea Mantelmorn, the veteran fighter, Fallister Fisk, who is a spy/agent of some sort. He seems to kind of have some inside details on what's been going on with Elturel and Baldur's Gate and the Devil Incursion. And last but not least, the fluffy little slobber chops right here, who has maintained a presence with the group for the past several weeks. And we also have our prisoner, Amric Vanthampur, who I believe is going on his 5th week of captivity and 4 hit points total. So perhaps tonight we will find out the conclusion of the Vanthampur angle of this module and proceed on to the next. Regardless, that puts the ball in your court there, players. What do you intend to do? Do you have any more questions for Thirstwell? Do you want to... what you got?
Both routes.
Well-
The boat. How's the boat?
Well, we were told that there are some prisoners up above, and me and my vast amount of 7 hit points is already unwilling to go up and face the demons that lie within the attic. We do need a way to keep these 2 under control, though, so we're going to ask the agent to keep an eye on these 2.
Well, there's also the knight.
Okay, so maybe the NPCs can watch over the other NPCs while we go upstairs and take on the imps that we were told that are up there.
Absolutely. I've already got this brother well in hand. What's another one? Rhea declares as she steps into the chamber and forces Amric into the corner next to his brother. You can tell by the looks exchanged between the 2 of them that they are not very fond of each other.
Looks like they get to be in timeout together.
Haha, yes indeed. And then Rhea will keep an eye on them there. Fallister is not much of a fighter, but he's definitely more comfortable being in here as a backup to Rhea than trying to head in there with you. Slobberchop seems perfectly willing to proceed into the next chamber.
Nobody else seems to be clerically inclined or have any sort of healing or anything like that.
Correct.
And did we check his possessions, the older brother's possessions, to make sure that he didn't have any healing potions lying about?
He did have 1 healing potion. I'm not certain if somebody already drank it, maybe. Maybe that's how you went from 2 hit points to 7. If not, we have at least 1 potion of regular healing. What's that, 2 die 4 plus 2?
There's still a potion of healing listed in party treasure, so maybe that's it.
I know I had
Perfect.
one, but I was waiting for somebody else to.
Actually, I also have a potion of healing listed on my character sheet, but I don't know if I drank that already or not.
Well, if it's on the sheet, we're going to declare that as still intact, and then just make sure to subtract it as you imbibe it.
Okay, I will get rid of this, and I will drink my potion of healing.
I don't see Jeong-Hoon on the map.
Oh yeah, I took his
Or-
his token off the map, and same thing with Hezra when they were absent. So give me just a sec to bring them back on. Actually, you can do that just as you would any other character. Just drag your character sheet onto the square, and it'll deploy your token.
And it's 2d4 plus 2, correct?
I believe that's the case. Yeah. Potion of healing.
Woot, double-digit hit points.
Yeah, 2 die 4 plus 2.
Gruhlak will kind of hold up the one vial of essential part of the party treasure. And, try to kind of, without saying it, be like, "Is anybody want this? Nobody, nobody," because he's a little bit worse for wear.
No,
Well,
go ahead. You drink it. We need to get us as battle ready as possible.
Oh,
Did
very
you
wise.
put everyone else? I don't know where we're.
I'm sorry. Say again, Kyla.
Put me with everyone else. I don't think I'm in the same section.
Oh, sure. Let me find where Hezra is.
I'm hiding in the kitchen apparently.
Oh, yes, you are. Yep, you're on the bottom floor. So now, bingo, up to the top.
Okay,
There we
he
go.
downs that potion noisily. Chucks the glass off to the side.
Did you erase it from the party treasure?
I'm doing it right now.
Are we assuming that Calidor is still technically with us?
That is correct. Yeah, I can control his token in the meantime.
Alright, well, if we're ready, let's get this over with. Hopefully we can come out of this one without a scratch this time.
And since the ranger seems to be unscathed, I will relinquish my position in the front to the ranger because there's no way that I could take another hit. So Hezra can go first.
Well, how about that? All right.
I'll go first, but I very much am scathed.
Yeah, look at
Somehow.
Jeong-Hoon. He's rocking 30 out of 31 hit points.
Am I just walking into the room? Is that what this is? Where are we? Is it this?
We're going
box?
upstairs from the study.
Yeah. Actually, head east and then north into the Duke's private chambers. Let me ping that for you all here. Further to the north.
Well, the stairs are actually in the room to the south of us.
Correct. But the next section of the map is north of this room, so it's just easier for me to move you from the Duke's chamber.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so Kyla as Hezra is going up first. And then we'll move your token here, further north. Just scroll your map up there north, Kyla, and you will see the tower level, the tower peak at the top of the wrought iron spiral staircase, which climbs 15 feet to a square room with crisscrossing rafters 10 feet overhead and a peaked roof above that. An empty bookcase dominates the west wall, and 2 filthy padlocked cages stand on the floor. Each cage holds a human prisoner and a chamber pot.
All right. Well, are the prisoners conscious?
They are, and they look at Hezra's approach with some bit of caution. It's not necessarily the rescuer they were perhaps anticipating. Who's next in line
What
there?
kind
Is
of
that
lock?
I am.
And Same will be right behind him.
Gotcha. What was that, Kyla?
I was just asking what kind of locks. Like, are they padlocks or are they like inside the door lock?
They are padlocks.
I'll just scoot over to give people room.
Yeah, as Selaphiel ascends the stairs, the prisoner's eyes become a bit more hopeful. Please, sir, please set us free.
That is what we intend to do, but we were told that there may be a couple of guardians up here that are invisible, and I'm holding my shield really defensively right now.
Okay. There's devils, invisible ones. They torment us endlessly.
At that point, Jeong-Hoon will come bounding up the stairs. Well, hey, no good, man. Show yourself so we can end this bull crap.
And there we have Jeong-Hoon. And I will go ahead and take the ready to actions. Assuming I can find the proper sheet. Ooh, yowza! Alright, that ain't so good. Let's get these imps revealed here. Oops. Ta-da! Okay, so imp number 1, the northernmost one here, becomes visible as it is inside of the cage with the prisoner. It becomes visible upon stinging the prisoner in the back for 18 points of damage, which is sufficient to just outright slay the prisoner. The second imp is caught doing the exact same thing. Oh, slight rewind. The first imp, after killing the prisoner, ascends 15 feet to the top of the peak here. So let me get the wings icon set. 15 feet for the top imp. And then the second imp, as we can tell by the natural 20, this prisoner is also well beyond dead. And the imp likewise tries to escape. Oops, not that way. There we go. Okay, the imp is going to try to escape out of this side here, which based on its positioning inside the cage as it exits here, It's going to provoke AOO from Jeong-Hoon at disadvantage because you're technically attacking through the cage bars. And then also an AOO from Hezra after that, assuming the imp is still alive, as it then tries to fly up to the ceiling. That attack from Hezra will have no disadvantage.
I'll let Jeong-Hoon attack first, so we can go in right order.
As a heads up, we do not see the hit point bars on this.
I don't know how you do that, but yes, that's exactly what happened. I clicked up on my character and it doesn't. It's not showing. So you want me to just roll my own initiative real quick, or I'm not sure how to work with this. Yes, it was a natural 20. Well, many don't, because I'm just. I have freakish orc speed, so I can get there with the quickness. So don't you worry about me.
That's not nice.
So yep, there's the imp's turn. They both go invisible, and that will bring it up to Nadir.
Right, well, I'll cautiously come up the stairs to where I can see into the room, and at that point I'll stop, realize that they must be invisible, and ready in action to cast a spell when they become visible.
Gotcha. And Selaphiel?
I'm ready in action. If any of them comes near me to attack, I will counterattack.
Okay. And then Jeong-Hoon. Checking over your options there, Justin.
I would just recommend screaming for the orc, because I can handle all the problems.
Oh,
And he's got this elemental attunement power. I'm gonna see if, based on what the imps last were, the one that I attacked, I'm gonna try and do something with that to see if I can like put like a sparks or some mist or something in that spot where I last saw him to see if it reveals his location at all.
Which one in particular?
Which one? What?
Which imp area? Is it the southwestern one or the
The
northern?
one that I attacked.
Ah,
The one that I had attacked. So the one in the south.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, he's just going based on where he last saw it. He's gonna be like, see if I can outline it for somebody for a second. He'll say something like, "Hey, Bubba, don't be shy."
All right. Yeah, I like that. We'll go ahead and temporarily reveal the imp right there, still 15 feet above. Any other action there for Jeong-Hoon?
He had moved away from the stairs so other people could get up. And if that triggers Nadir's ready, then I'll take his ready as well.
Okay.
That's a miss.
Yeah, no good there, brother.
Continue on.
All right. And that'll bring it over to Hezra. It looks like the effect that is making this imp visible is rapidly wearing off. You've probably only got another couple seconds here to get any kind of attack on it. So what you got, Hezra?
Am I able to reach it with my 10-foot reach? Because it's only, let's see, it's 10 feet above me.
Yeah, it's 15 feet high, so it's just out of your reach. It's 5 feet too far for melee.
But it...
Now, if you got a ranged attack, it's probably point
the
blank.
math of that just feels weird to me, because if everything's in blocks, then I'm at 5 feet, and then it's at 15, which is only 2 blocks above me, which would only be 10 feet.
It doesn't count your square, actually. You start from the square adjacent to you when you're measuring range.
Okay, so if I'm standing directly below it, will that work?
Same deal. It's just out of your melee reach. If you have some kind of acrobatics or something, because you got the movement, if you want to try to do like a springboard off the corner walls right there to give yourself that extra little oomph, you can do that as part of your movement, assuming you've got acrobatics or athletics to pull that off.
I might have something. Okay, so I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns as my bonus action. There we go. And my only ranged attack I have is a longbow. So I will be aiming that upwards at it. But because we're all out of that 5-foot square around it, we don't need to roll any saves, if that's correct.
Correct. You can still take your attack with the longbow in this round as well, because you only used a bonus action.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Perfect.
I just wanted to double check before I hit the button. And let me go ahead and roll my Hail of Thorn.
Well, it wishes that it were still alive to make the save.
Yeah.
Rather than poof into sulfuric smoke like most of the devils, this one actually just kind of rains down on the square next to Hezra as like a nasty pull of black ichor.
Gross. That's going to be EOT for me.
Okay, and Gruhlak ascending the stairs, I take it?
As the kids say, oh for show. So I'm making my way there unless you want to move me to that level, because I know I'm the level below them.
Yeah, I just put you up on that highest level there. That's 15 feet of your 30-foot move.
15 feet? Okay. No visible enemies, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Well, he's going to mob into the about center-ish space, like between, so behind her, that looks like Jeong-Hoon and Hezra. He's going to kind of go back to back, almost facing that table, and he's going to hold his action in case one of them does present itself. He's going to decapitate it or disembowel it, whatever comes first. Maybe both. I don't know. And that'll be my turn for now.
All right. Well, Calidor takes a peek up the spiral stairs, and he can see a lot of feet and boots and a lot of moving around and sounds of combat. It looks a little confined up there, so he's just going to maintain a vigil here at the bottom of the stairs just in case somehow something has escaped your detection and is going to sneak up on you from behind while you're inside this tiny tower. That will actually bring it to the other imps initiative, and nothing happens on that turn, so now there's this uncomfortable period of silence where you're not sure if it's still here or if it's waiting for a better moment to attack, if it's actually fled, but regardless, it is Nadir's turn.
Well, I'll continue my vigil from the stairs. Assume there's another one because there's 2 dead bodies in the cages. I didn't see the original occurrence, but there's 2 dead, and everybody was kind of like, what? So I assume there's another one, so I'm going to continue readying an action should another imp, or any enemy really, make itself a target, and I shall take that opportunity to attack.
Awesome. And then Selaphiel, what do you got?
Same as last time. I'm going to wait for it to attack so that I can get an opportunity to hit it.
Okay, and then Jeong-Hoon.
Well, maybe it'll work again, so he'll do that elemental thing in the last place he saw that one.
Very good. This time it does not reveal the presence of an imp in that location.
Yeah, and that failed. He's like, maybe he could have been there. Whatever. Come on out! Faceless like a man, even though you're not a man.
And how about Hezra?
So he did the little thing in where we saw the imp last time. Correct?
Correct, yeah. Jeong-Hoon used some kind of like elemental mist to reveal the invisible form of the imp right here, which you just managed to finish off with the longbow. There's another one somewhere. It was last seen here, and Jeong-Hoon just tried the same exact thing to reveal its presence, but this time it was unsuccessful.
Got it. So I'm going to do that same thing again. Hold on. I'm going to do that same thing again. I don't want to open a new tab. That's not what I want. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot my longbow. I'm going to say 10 feet above. I'll do the 15 above this square.
Okay, sounds good.
Or I'll do 15. I'll do 15 above this square, so that I get the range of those squares around it.
Okay.
With my other attack.
Yeah, with the thorns. Yeah, that longbow comes, or the arrow comes into solid contact with the thatched roof of the tower peak right there, and the thorns just kind of tear it up a little bit more, but it does not appear that you hit any kind of devil.
Alright, well that'll be EOT for me.
Alright, Gruhlak?
Okay, what's this to my left? My Gruhlak's left. Right, or in front of him, like, actually. Is that a
Those are the
hatch?
cages.
Cages. Okay.
Yeah, that's where the prisoners used to be. I just tossed them out of the room so that they wouldn't clutter it up too much more, but that's technically what it looks like right now.
Okay, so this is like a table. Well, it looks like a pizza kind of, but I'm assuming that's like a table.
Those are the spiral stairs that head up here, and then there's one long bench that's along the western side where Hezra is.
Okay, so he kind of moves just past the cage on the cage's this area, and just starts trying to swing at the air, hoping that maybe something's there. Because he's a little agitated and frustrated that there's not a clear enemy. So I mean, I can roll attack, but
Yeah, sure.
yeah, he's just gonna hope to hit something.
Yeah, your greatsword connects with the side of the cage, and after the numerous strikes that it has sustained from what was it, the Helmed Horror and other creatures with resistance, you finally feel some give in your greatsword, like it just kind of cracked through the center. It's still in one piece, but you feel like one more swing with this thing, and the blade's gonna come off from the hilt.
It's a pathetic great sword. He doesn't. If he's aware of it, he's not showing it. He's just still kind of looking around, trying to find some type of movement, something that indicates where the bad guy is. So he'll kind of stay right there, kind of facing in the area of the corner, the north east corner. And yeah, my turn.
Awesome. Calidor will call up. What's going on up there? And the imp is going to do nothing again, which, go ahead and roll some insights in response to that. Alright. Man, Justin ain't got no dice tonight. Well, Selaphiel and Gruhlak seem to both feel that this imp has likely either returned to the Nine Hells or somehow left this area. It's not here anymore.
I think I frightened it away when I came up here. You're welcome. We could probably go back down below.
Yeah, we failed to save the prisoners, so there's really nothing for us to do up here. I'm going to take a few moments to pray over the deceased, and ask for forgiveness for our inability to save them.
Is this a door below me?
No, those are all windows.
Gruhlak will start heading down below to where the rest of the party's kind of assembled.
Very cool. So, if I'm not mistaken, that returns us back to the topic at the start of the session. What are we going to do with the Vanthampur brothers? I'll go ahead and move your tokens all back to that section.
What do we do with the two brothers?
That is a complicated question, my friend.
The longer we are with them, they're gonna eventually try to do something to kill us.
Oh, I know. I look over to Rhea and I'll ask, were you able to find the answers you seek?
I'm still not convinced the one we found was actually Thavius Creek.
I'll look over at the older brother and ask him, the man downstairs who looked like Thavius Krieg but had the shadow of a demon, was that actually Thavius Krieg or was that some sort of ruse?
I never actually saw him. Mom just told me he was in the house. So, yeah, as far as I know, that was him. Yeah.
Well, we know that they will not receive any justice in this town. I am not familiar with the geography around here. What is the closest town?
Well, the closest would be Elturel, but that city got sucked into the Nine Hells. So I guess after that would be Candlekeep, which is more of a library than a prison.
We need to find a place that will try them and provide justice in an impartial state. And I don't believe because of their current status that they would get that treatment here.
So, you just want to hang them from a tree or something? We can just go out in the courtyard and do that if we want.
We can't. We are not the judge and jury here. We need to get them to a higher court so that they can dispense the justice that's required.
Well, see, the thing is your characters have been deputized by the Flaming Fist and tasked to resolve this exact issue. So, your next chain of command would be that Captain Zodge that you guys met in the first session. And by all rights, he would be the one that you would turn these brothers over to if we're talking about, to the dungeons with you!
Okay, we're going to turn them over to the captain then.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Take them to the captain. Good idea.
Yeah.
What was that one guy's name again?
The agent? Fallister Fisk.
You, Mr. Fisk. Any insight you can share with us at this time?
not to be confused with Wilson Fisk. Well, we got the puzzle box there. That's the main thing that Silvira's been looking for down in her office down at Candlekeep. See, she's an archmage, and she's been studying these events for some time now. And if you can get this puzzle box to her, she's going to be able to get it open and find out the exact terms of the contract that's within, assuming that's what's within the box. I'm happy to take y'all to her. Assuming that we can get out of Baldur's Gate, because that seems to be the big pressing issue right now.
Well, as the Flaming Fists that are keeping it closed down, as Flaming Fists ourselves with a mission like this, it may be possible.
Well, good. Sounds like we might have a way out of here then, and I'd be happy to escort you to Candlekeep. And he looks over at Gruhlak. I'd suggest you maybe find a blacksmith and get yourself a new sword. Not sure if you heard that clang from your blade, but I've heard that enough times to know you only got a few swings left with her.
He'll draw it out and look at it. Is there a clear stress fracture kind of forming on it, or something
There
like
is.
When did this happen?
Yeah, I don't know. Swinging at helmed horrors, taking apart statues, swinging at iron candlesticks all the livelong day. I don't know, man.
Yes, let's find a blacksmith on the way. Does this make 10?
Well, what is your plan then, Rhea?
I'm going to continue to accompany you. I wish to see both of these brothers turned over to the proper authorities, but I will come with you to Candlekeep. I have a feeling this Silvira will have more answers to my questions, if you would have me.
Welcome your presence.
Very well. All right, that puts us at the top of the hour here, and time for our first break. So I will get our map set up for the next segment here. James, if you want to just subtract some gold coins from your sheet and do a standard PHB greatsword transaction, feel free to do that. And we will pick
Does
it
the
up.
blacksmith where he's getting the new? Does the blacksmith where he has the new sword also have a suit of plate mail?
He does, not necessarily ready-made for one of your frame. Let me check on the status of that here before we go. .007. Alright, let's see.
I'm not seeing the coin amount associated with the greatsword.
Well, I just happened to be on the page with that right here. It's 50 gold.
Okay, I'll subtract it from our the party.
Plate armor we do have access to. This blacksmith is able to make a few adjustments so that it would fit Selaphiel perfectly. It is a price point of 1,700 gold pieces.
Yeah, I don't think we have that amount of money.
Oh, I mean, we've got 222 platinum pieces. Then 20 of the gemstones.
But I don't want to monopolize most of the party funds just to be able to get some plate armor here.
Oh, well, it's up to you. But if you need it, look at this brand new sword. This thing's, licks it. Yeah,
I mean,
steel.
Would anybody object to me spending that kind of money on plate armor?
I do.
I don't know who that was.
I think you should wear leather armor.
Yeah, no.
Tempest? Is it Tempest?
It'd be more prudent at this time to invest in weapons of silver and or magical enchantment, if indeed we are coming up against devils in the light.
Is there?
We can armor you better.
Is there a doctor somewhere I can go see? Some bleeding.
You know, that does make sense. Let's, all right, let's make sure that we can get people to the point of where they can hit these things and do damage to them.
All right, then. So are we looking into some enchanted weapons before we exit Baldur's Gate, then?
I mean, if we're stopping at this weaponsmith or whatnot, let's see if he's got anything available.
Gotcha. All right. That's where we will pick it up here after the break. Give it about 10 minutes or so. And everybody stay tuned. We will catch you back shortly. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Tragically HP here as your RPU Game Master. And gonna do a quick map switch here. Everything seems to look good there as we are making our way through one of the neighborhoods of Baldur's Gate on our way to a shop that is rumored to sell magical enchanted weaponry. And as you make your way down this particular street, you are suddenly cut off by three robed men in devilish masks that you recognize as more cultists of the Dead Three. You're not sure where else they're hanging out now that you've destroyed or wiped out their entire dungeon, but nevertheless, there are three of them ahead of you here, and three of them behind as well, cutting off your entrance and egress from this particular alley. And as Calidor takes point towards the magic shop, which, if you're watching the stream, is this moon-roofed building right here, Calidor is taking point and leading you toward that structure as the three cultists emerge and three blades are drawn, and Calidor is now doubled over, almost like he's hugging these three guys. It takes just a second for you guys to register what's going on, almost like, is Calidor drunk? Does he know these guys? Is he, hey, old friends, come in for an embrace, before you start seeing the blood pulling at his feet. And one of them whispers something into Calidor's ear, which Gruhlak is close.
Your sound. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Gruhlak is close enough to possibly hear that, so go ahead and roll a perception check. And then same for Selaphiel and Hezra. I guess Selaphiel's will be conditional on whether he's here or not.
Okay. I think maybe hopefully I heard that. Maybe like 5 feet from him.
Yeah, Gruhlak hears a whisper into Calidor's ear from one of the cultists who've just stabbed him in the gut. Duke Vanthampur sends her regards. And with that, Calidor appears to go lifeless and falls to the ground at their feet as we begin a sequence of initiative here. Just a second, we'll get that going. Apologies, streamers, if my breathing is a little loud tonight. Having some asthma issues, and I'm not quite as on top of the mute button as I would like. Just got the COVID shot yesterday, so possibly experiencing a couple little symptoms. More initiative. You get
initiative is always.
You get initiative. And you get initiative. Alright. I think that's everybody. Alright, in descending order. We have Fallister Fisk, who is our spy / agent, and then Nadir, and one of the two, actually the two cultists right in front of Calidor's body will go after that, and then Jeong-Hoon, and after that, it's pretty self-explanatory. There is one of their number on the roof here next to you guys. He's not entirely visible, but he's not stealthy at all. Like, you can hear him kind of clambering on the roof tiles up there and muttering some kind of incantation, so you're aware that somebody is up there as well, even if you can't necessarily see them. So I will go first with the spy, Fallister Fisk, and not sure exactly what we're here for. I'm not the best fighter, so I'm just gonna kind of maneuver the weaker of the Vanthampur brothers into the center of our collective. And then that's going to bring it up to Nadir.
I apologize that I missed what was going on. What the hell just happened?
Calidor was assassinated by Denshar, just kidding. Assassinated by more cultists of the Dead Three on your way to the enchantment shop. Just in case you're wondering, here in the side chat, I've discovered that after the video is published, you can use the chats to fast forward to specific parts of the video. So if we identify what's happening at the time, it serves as a shortcut for us to just be like, all right, this is when Calidor was assassinated, this is when Selaphiel's looking into the plate armor, etc., etc.
Oh, cool.
So you said we can hear the dude on the roof, right?
Correct, yeah. You can hear somebody up there murmuring in draconic incantation, and his footing on the roof is tedious at best.
How high up is that roof?
That particular roof, he is 20 feet high at the point he's at. But if you look to the left of his position, the roof kind of slopes down to that front entryway with the rainbow-colored bannering. That is only 10 feet high, so one could feasibly scale the 10 foot and then just use the incline to get up to 20 feet. assuming you don't have force jump or flight or anything like that. I mean, your character can fly, but most characters can't.
And then the 6 guys on the ground here with us, is there any thing to differentiate them from each other?
The guys in the back definitely have more of a roguish feel about them, if you had to guess. Despite the fact that Calidor was assassinated by the non-rogue type people in the front. But this guy in the back, if you're watching the stream, I'm just going to highlight him. He appears to be the guy calling the shots, at least here on the ground.
Alright. I am going to utilize my wings to fly over the guys in the back and land behind them. And then I will be casting Thunderclap, hopefully damaging, if not taking out all 3.
Sounds like a plan. One point of damage. Well, maybe you'll take them all out.
Some nights I got good dice, some nights I don't.
Yes, indeed.
They could probably voluntarily fail their savings throw just to get that massage.
That's the pot calling the kettle black.
Hey, I haven't taken a single attack this game yet, so we'll see.
Yeah, Don's on a 2-game winning streak as far as dice are concerned, so see if it's going to be 3 or if it's going to be back to the usual. Alright, should have had these character sheets opened up already, but they are ready now. I'm looking at con saves, okay, got that. I actually do have advantage, although it doesn't matter in that respect. Same thing with this guy, advantage. Oh, jeez. And last but not least, well, doesn't matter either case, so one of them is taking 1 point of damage. Ow! Okay, got that one. That's EOT. Alright, moving it over to the 2 in front who assassinated Calidor. They are wearing holy symbols or unholy symbols of Bane. And we are going to move up to Gruhlak and take a pair of mace attacks. Actually, these are swords, just labeled as mace. And looks like one of them will hit for 5 slashing. And that's on Gruhlak. Fantastic.
Okay, got it. And we didn't do a short rest or anything, right? So just we went to the point.
Correct, yeah, we've used both short rests for the day, and we're still trying to find that long rest. Let's bring it over to Jeong-Hoon. I'm going to step away for just a second here to refill my coffee. I'll be back to check the results of Jeong-Hoon here.
Okay, so he's going to turn around to face the ones behind us. He will get into position where I put him. I'll spend a key point to do flurry of blows for him. And he will start on the guy that's getting flanked in the middle. And if he goes down, he'll move on to the guy on his right.
Okay, sounds cool. Okay, both of those attacks will drop the central guy exactly. That guy is going to take 4, okay.
And that'll do it for him.
Alright, let's see what Hezra Lark has here.
Right, I'm going to go ahead and move up 1. And then I'm going to attack the guy that's in front of Gruhlak. I'm going to cast my Planar Warrior first. Do you want me to post that?
No, you're good.
Okay. And then I will land a smack on him. Hopefully. I guess not.
Yeah, that's no good.
But at least my Planar Warrior will last until I hit him next time.
Very true.
So that'll be end of turn for me.
Okay. Both of the Vanthampur brothers go back to back. Thirstwell, neither of them are trying anything. They've been properly subdued by this point. The Nightblades, however, are going to converge on Jeong-Hoon, who just took down one of their number. See if I can find them again here. There we go. Okay, so there is that right there, which will, I believe, apply to both of these attacks on Jeong-Hoon, assuming that they hit. Ooh. Yeah, neither of those are going to hit. Especially, yep, no flank advantage. We didn't shift position, so that is it for the Nightblades. No good there. Jeong-Hoon makes out that these guys are wearing holy symbols of Baal. And to round out the bunch, standing up on the roof is a follower of Mirkul, who is going to cast a spell. Let's make it this one here. That is actually down at Fallister Fisk, who happens to be the closest to his position. He just kind of walks to the edge of the roof and looks down and boom! Ah! Okay, target must succeed on a con save or be poisoned. His con save bonus is nowhere near good enough to make up for that, so Fallister Fisk has taken some damage and is poisoned. poison icon there. One Fallister Fisk. And the Mirkul spellcaster will back away out of line of sight from most of you here on the ground. And Selaphiel, that will bring up your turn.
You foul creatures shall face my wrath for what you have done. I'm attacking the guy right in front of me.
Make sure we have that unmuted. 14 to hit. Oh wow, yeah, these guys are rocking some decent AC. 18 AC actually. And yeah, guess I should move Calidor's body so it's a little clearer that there are two guys here. Move it here, if that matters. All right, staying with the miss, or are you going to burn the inspiration? Staying with the miss, or are you going to burn the inspiration?
Oh, you didn't tell me it was a miss.
Sorry, I'm just talking out loud here, and it's only on the stream side of things. I forget I have two different audio sources sometimes. Yeah, AC is an 18 for these guys.
Damn. All right, I'm going to give it another shot.
Okay. Give me the card. There it is. 19 will hit, 10 damage. Yeah, you just felt the satisfaction of hitting that guy in the center, and he kind of doubles over with a oof as your magical mace successfully lands there.
And that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Looks like he still has some vitality left in his veins. Oh, I accidentally double-clicked. So, Gruhlak, your turn.
Okay, I will attack the guy in front of him. Screaming at you will pay with your lives. After dropping his compatriots. With his new sword.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the shop yet to buy the new sword.
Well, does that even hit?
It does not. Thankfully, it's a miss, so your sword is still intact.
Got lucky there. So lucky. 1 second. That's all I can do. I thought maybe I had something else. So, no, he will swing wildly at him, miss him, and he'll look like he's prepared to follow up with another attack there soon. That'll be on a turn.
Alright, so the Baneite leader of this group is going to throw... Actually, we're going to do this. That will be the Iron Consul's action, commanding both of the Fists of Bane, one attack on Gruhlak, one attack on Selaphiel. Looks like I hit Gruhlak for 6 bludgeoning, but I came nowhere near hitting Selaphiel. And actually, yeah, just another re-clarification. It's actually slashing damage, not bludgeoning, because they used swords to assassinate Calidor, so just in case you have a slashing resistance or something. That is it for them. Rhea, yeah, she's going to just kind of keep the usual routine going here and move the prisoners toward the center of the formation. Fallister will maintain his grip on Thirstwell, but he's going to do so from within these bushes over here, hopefully gaining some measure of cover against the spellcaster that just poisoned him. And that'll bring it over to Nadir.
Don't really have much left, so I'm gonna just try another thunderclap. See if these two guys can take some damage this time.
Okay.
You said they have advantage.
Actually, no, it's the guys on the west side that have advantage. So yeah, I rolled for the wrong guys last time. These guys both fail and are flashing hit point bars there.
End of turn.
Okay. Let's see the Fist of Bane. What do you have? Yeah, we will maintain the assault on Gruhlak and Selaphiel. No advantage from either, so the 18 for 7 will connect with Gruhlak. The 13 will miss on Selaphiel. And then we'll go ahead and proceed over to Jeong-Hoon's turn.
He's going to attack the guy to the south who's more injured, and if he drops him, he'll take his bonus action unarmed attack on the guy to the north.
Got it. Good to drop the south one. Solid quarterstaff strike to the side of the head, and that guy goes down. Oh! And a natural 20 backhand, which sends this guy's head spinning in a direction that the neck does not like it to go.
Alright, I'll take that, and then he's going to move to back up the guys in the front.
Alright, well that's it for all 3 of the Nightblades. They were less than impressive. And let's see what Hezra has here.
Alright, I've still got my planar warrior, so I'm gonna take a smack on the guy in front of Gruhlak. Doesn't connect, but I will take my offhand weapon.
There you go. Yeah, that will hit full damage.
And that'll be EOT for me.
Awesome. Vanthampur's doing the same. And the Mirkul caster. Yeah, we're gonna try another Ray of Sickness, this time on Hezra. $17, good enough to hit. So 11 poison damage and con save from Hezra.
Y'all know my constitution really sucks. Or it's great today.
Hey, there you go. So no poisoned condition, you just take poison damage. Did not use a higher spell slot, so after that, the Skull Lasher will back up again to the rooftop, and that'll bring it over to Selaphiel.
It wasn't within my 10-foot reach, was it?
Correct.
All right. I shall take another attack on the guy in front of me.
All right. Yeah, this guy's running low on hit points. Blood is starting to pool around his feet from the multiple bludgeoning strikes he keeps taking.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. And over to Gruhlak, standing next to Selaphiel, rocking 3 hit points.
He's going to try to drop that guy in front of him, because kind of wavering if he doesn't. He's probably feeling he's going to go down. So even if it lands and breaks, it's better than nothing. You know what? No. You know what? No. No.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Go ahead. There you go. Oh man, I ain't going out like that. So, I'm gonna try this again. Here we
There.
go.
Okay.
Oh, what? What?
There you go, there you go.
Say another word. Oh,
Did your Great Weapon Masters 1s and 2s?
let me see. Good, sir. 1 or 2 on the damage die, yes. So I'll have to roll. Those are d6s, yeah?
Yeah, you can roll them both.
Oh! Holler! Holler!
16 points of damage.
Yeah, there's no better way to say goodbye to your mundane greatsword than with a max damage attack that stabs through this guy's neck into the side of the wall behind him. The point of the blade kind of breaks off in the process. The blade also separates from the hilt, so as Gruhlak comes across with the swing, he's just holding on to the hilt.
Bloody hilt. Yeah. Well, not epic swing. Yes.
Alright, Gruhlak is ending there. Well, the leader, who now has his meat shield halfway depleted, shouts out, "We have doom! Ye who have taken everything from us, you have destroyed our home, you have eradicated our brethren, You have stolen our artifacts. You have slain one of our leaders. We have that which is most important to you. We have Doom. If you wish to see him alive again, you will come to the Lech. The Lech, I say. And that will be it for the Iron Consul, who is going to take this opportunity to make a tactical withdrawal further to the north. Okay, and he is all the way the heck up here. Alright, so that brings us over to Rhea, who just kind of raises an eyebrow at that. She doesn't know who or what Doom is. Neither does Fallister, so that brings it to Nadir.
Who does know what Doom is? You didn't get away fast enough there, buddy. Now you can't die. Did you notice the wings? I'm faster than you. I'm gonna rocket up into the air and get a beat on him and blast him with some firebolt.
Nope. Yep, there he is, running as fast as his little feet will carry him through the narrow passage there before the Rainbow Inn, which you are standing atop of, and Alistair's Magical Surplus, which is the moon roofed building that is your destination. Let's see. Ha ha ha! Not so good on that. My AC is a bit better. Oh, that might make up for it. 14. You needed 2 more. AC is a 16. Ah. Okay. Going for the reroll. Very cool. Boo.
Would the favorite of the gods still apply to that, since it's the same attack, technically?
I don't see why not. Yeah, let's make that a hit. See if I have any fire, anything that's pertinent with that. Iron Console. There's my buddy. Nothing against fire. Yeah, nothing special on fire. I do have advantage on my saves, but doesn't seem to be applicable here. So yeah, Firebolt will connect with the fleeing Banite in the back.
Yes, as I take off into the air and the apex of my flight, see him launch the Firebolt at him, I'll yell out, "You son of a bitch! I'll kill you!"
He shouts back over the flame as he's trying to pat himself out. Much blood has been spilled. Much more will be spilled. The Fist of Bane, who is now here by himself. Master, where did you go? You're supposed to lead me. Well, let's see. If I move 1 square, I'm provoking attacks of opportunity from 4 party members. I guess we're going down swinging.
Please do that. Yeah, he needs to back out, please.
Sugar, we're going down swinging. Fist of Bane on Selaphiel, staying with the one who's been hitting me. Sword attack, not mace. Still can't get through that AC, so Selaphiel stands strong. Yeah.
He should run.
I think he will at this point. He doesn't have enough wits left about him. Normally I take this north to south, whatever. Gruhlak would have first opportunity at the AOO. However, it's worth noting you have no weapon aside from a hilt. So it's an improvised weapon at best.
Would I be able to drop it and use my short sword?
Not as part of a reaction. You could do that as part of your turn, but not in a reaction.
Okay, then I'll just punch at him, I guess.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I guess it'd just be, would that be just strength, I guess?
Just go ahead and roll your great sword attack, and if it lands, we'll change the damage dice because it's the same proficiency basically, just minus the great sword reroll dice. Oh, a natural 1.
I mean, it does kind of make sense because he has no sword. The sword has a hilt. He's like swinging, like yes.
Yeah, you swing where the blade would have been through him,
Yeah.
and in the process, you drop the hilt, which lands on Gruhlak's foot. And it's the first time any of you have ever heard Gruhlak go, ah.
No.
You've seen this guy get burned with red dragon fire. He's been stabbed through the heart with a magical spear. You've never heard him scream so loud as when he dropped the hilt of his sword on his big toe. Oh, goodness.
I would like to take my attack of opportunity, please.
Yes, that is going to bring it over to Selaphiel now, who will hopefully have better luck. And he does indeed. Yeah. This particular cultist, as Selaphiel lays the mace against the side of his head, the mask kind of crumbles off of his face, and the face instantly swells and bruises to this similar extent that Amric's has been. Okay, and then, well, that'll do it for the attacks of opportunity, since the fist has now perished, so that brings it to Hezra's turn.
I can't see the dude on the roof, can I? I just know he's up there.
Let me check. Correct. You cannot see him from your position. Move south 1 or 2 squares, and then you can see him.
So by there I can see him?
Oh yeah, he's got no cover against you from that angle.
Okay, great. Let's do that. I've used all my first level spells, so I'm just gonna shoot an arrow at him.
Fantastic.
I don't know if I actually have advantage. No, I don't have the player warrior.
No advantage, but my AC is a 12, so the 16 will hit. And you said no planar warrior?
I mean, unless I can go ahead and pop that on now. It's a bonus action thing. I just forgot to do it beforehand.
Gotcha. That's generally what Hezra tends to do anyway, so I'm cool with that. Just clock another 8 off of his hit points there.
Sounds good, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Alright. Thirstwell whines something while at the same time laughing at Gruhlak's misfortune. Amric slaps. Well, no, he doesn't. He's manacled, so he kind of kicks Thirstwell in the back of the leg, sending Thirstwell knees first onto the concrete. much as has been done to Amric for the past few sessions, and there's a smug look of satisfaction upon Amric as he sends his brother knee first into the concrete. The caster, who was just shot with such precision from Hezra, well, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I've got this flying tiefling behind me shouting, but I've also got this bugbear that just shot me. So let's go with no way. Ew. Alright, well, we're going to harken back to an old 2nd edition rule there and go with the critical spell flub, as he gets the incantation wrong, calls upon the wrong deity to channel the effect, and overall is just piss poor with his aim, so much to the extent that Hezra and Nadir are the only ones that can see that he just instantly goes almost aflame in unholy power as he just is reduced to a pile of ashes on the rooftop there. And that's going to bring it
that
over.
was fast.
That'll bring it to Selaphiel.
Okay, so we don't know combat is over because, well, that guy is over there. There's no way I'm catching the guy at 30 feet. But since I know that there's a spellcaster up there, and I don't know what's going on, I'm going to say, give me a boost, and I'm going to head over to Gruhlak.
All right, Gruhlak, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna give the man a boost. He asked for it, he's getting it. So I'll set that up in a way to lift him up, or however, whether it be athletics or strength, everything else appropriate.
Okay, well, Selaphiel can see Nadir up there ahead. The quick passage of time in the rounds, I would say, means that just as Selaphiel is getting there, he sees the last bit of the inferno from this skull lasher of Mirkul, who basically just incinerates himself. And some of the ash is caught on the wind, kind of blowing towards Selaphiel as he makes it up onto the roof here. He's like, well, I guess that guy's dead.
Okay, would that be the end of my turn, or would I be able to finish off my turn because of the boosting up on here?
Oh yeah, the only thing you've done is move. You still got action and bonus action.
I'm going to check through the ash, so to speak, to see if there's anything salvageable on him.
There is nothing at all. This definitely appears to be the work of an offended deity, and you have an eerie sensation just being this close to what just happened.
Okay, I'm stepping back away, and help me down, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Make up your mind.
The spellcaster that I thought it was up top is no more.
Good.
Okay, well, the leader is going to Benny Hill this sequence, since the limitations of the map here. I'm not going to just keep adding city portions on while we chase him, so I will move laterally to the east. Nadir kind of loses sight of him as I'm hugging the side of the wall, but you definitely saw me take that right turn, so you got a pretty fair handle on where I'm at. And then nothing, and then nothing, and then Nadir's turn.
Yeah, I fly in that direction, gain some more altitude, and I'm sure I'll probably see him at that point.
Yes, indeed.
Nice. I will miss with the fireballs. Hits the roof that he's kind of hiding under, and then I'll yell out again, "He's over here!"
Alright, everybody's able to make out Nadir's tone well enough to ascertain where this Banite is, as Hezra comes up in the initiative.
Did you skip Jeong-Hoon?
You know, looks like he got dropped out of the initiative, actually.
He was right before me.
Yeah, go ahead and take Jeong-Hoon's turn now. I know what happened. Jeong-Hoon passes an opium den there on his right.
Okay, so he'll do a move, spend a key point to get a dash as a bonus action to get to that point, and then as his action, he'll do that fist of air ability he's got. He can attack somebody within 30 feet of him.
Okay. Strength save. Ugh. What the hell is that? Looks like I'll take half from that. No push. Even still, just the nature of the effect and the way the console was rounding the corner right there, seemingly intent on heading towards where Jeong-Hoon is, just the kind of push at least causes him to kind of halt in his tracks there momentarily. That's it for Jeong-Hoon? Okay, let's get Hezra's turn here then.
That's as far as I can move with my 30 feet of movement. Now, can I peer around the corner and shoot, or do I have to be full on the other side of that square?
I'm sorry, say again, you're kind of cutting in and out.
Sorry. So that's as far as I can get with my movement. Am I able to peer around the corner and shoot? Or do I have to be in that next square?
You can shoot from around the corner.
Okay, that is what I will do. I'll go ahead and do my planar warrior. To my longbow.
Okay. Thud.
I don't think I have advantage, so I think I missed.
Well, my AC is 16 with this guy, so you just hit. It was the
Actually, that
bodyguards
would be-
that had the 18.
I will be in turn for that.
Okay, and then Gruhlak, what you got?
Well, knowing he's not really in a condition to.
You skip
fight
my
anything
turn.
else. Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, so pretty much I'm going to get down on one knee and pick up Calidor's body. And, you guys can continue the chase if you want, but I'm taking him to the Temple of Tempest so that he can have the proper rites done.
Where is that?
I
It's
will
nearby.
find it.
Let's wait for the rest to come back. I'll stay with you until they do.
Very well. We'll stay here. And that's going to be the end of my turn.
And then, yeah, I'm going to essentially stand. If he's holding the body, I'm going to stand and watch over him. I drop the remnants of the hilt, essentially, the grip of the great sword, and pull out my short sword. Have it-
Actually, I give you Calidor's halberd because you're much better with two-handed weapons.
Okay, so I'll grab his halberd, put my short sword away, have the halberd at the ready in case anything comes around the corner and tries to attack us. So I'll hold my action with that.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, on the northern side of the battlefield, the Bay Knight has fled all the way to the edge of the map on the east side after realizing his path was cut off by Jeong-Hoon. So, Nadir, back over to you. The fleeing Bay Knight shouts back, "If you kill me, you'll never see him alive again!"
You already told me where you couldn't find him.
Yeah, Nadir
You're like,
senses.
go to this place. All right.
Nadir senses more than an ounce of bullshit with this guy's words.
Well, you shouldn't have told me where to go before I killed you.
I thought I could get
Yeah,
away.
I'll fly up and I'll try to blast him again.
All right. So close. AC 16.
Sorry, half brother. I just wasn't good enough.
Well, let's see what kind of help Jeong-Hoon can lend here.
So he'll just do a move and a dash and get right up there next to this guy. Like, where are you going?
How are you so fast? What are you, the Flash?
So yeah, he'll run up next to this guy like, hey man, I don't think my buddy wants you to go anywhere. That's it for him.
Okay. Alright, back over to Hezra.
Alright, I'm gonna move. I don't move very fast. Can I take is dash a bonus action, or is that going to be a full action?
Typically that's an action unless you have a rogue or monk ability that allows you to use it as a bonus.
Gotcha. Then I will use it as my full action. Still not very far. Just take a bonus action. I cannot. That'll be independent.
Man, I'm not sure what happened. It's like somebody stepped on your microphone between last session and this one. It's kind of like this. It's weird. Vanthampur brothers, same
Does it
deal.
help if I hold it up like this?
Hey, much clearer. Vanthampur brothers have nothing, so that's going to bring it to Selaphiel and Gruhlak again. Are we still just maintaining here until everybody else handles the combat?
Yep.
And yeah, sorry, I would be standing guard over him in case somebody comes by. So I'm scanning back and forth, looking up because we knew there was a bad guy up there. So he definitely looking around, looking at the buildings nearby in case people are peering out, kind of seeing what's going on. And I'm not looking super hot anyways, but he would do his best to defend them.
Alright, well if it's a fight, then a fight it shall be as I miss Jeong-Hoon. Rats. Okay, and back to the usual NPC nonsense, and back over to Nadir. And the chill, ghostly hand wraps around his throat and strangles the life out of him. Your blood will spill, he says as he dies.
As the hand is finishing its job, I'll basically land in front of him like, never threaten me or my family again. Oh, he's dead. Jeong-Hoon's like, whoa, man, that was intense.
Well, there we go. We got the that particular combat done. We have some awareness now that our business with the Dead 3 cultists extends even further back than being drafted by the Flaming Fist. It appears that the Dead 3 cultists are part of your character's shared backstory that we neglected to mention at the start of this, but the long and short of it is your characters were... One second. Your characters were basically in on a attempt to stop a devilish summoning of a chain devil in this haunted mansion within Baldur's Gate. And as it turns out, the devilish summoning has ties back to the Dead 3. And we can kind of see how that all links into the plot that we've been playing thus far. Nevertheless, however, we are here at Alistair's magical surplus. If anybody has any transactions they wish to conduct, it's right over here.
I'm going to ask Hezra, Jeong-Hoon, and Nadir to collect the goods and weapons and armor and anything that we can liquidate from them to be able to fund our righteous redemption for what they have done to us. And I'm going to take Kalidor's body to a shrine of Tempest.
Ooh, what do you want me to
Very
roll to see what I find?
You can roll a perception check.
I'm definitely looting this leader guy.
And before we continue, what time? It's got to be late at night now because of all the stuff that's happening, right?
Oh, shoot. Not sure how long I've been muted on the stream chat. Man. Gosh. It's like dinner time. It's not late at night, but it's definitely evening. We are progressing to the Magical Emporium, where we will possibly conduct some business. In the meantime, looting the bodies of the cultists, and I'm typing the results of that in the chat log, so stand by.
And while Dan's doing that, I did a little bit of mathing, if you will. So within the party treasure, if we count the coin, all the items of interest with some value, we have about 33,726 gold to work with. Just so you guys are aware. If we that means if we turn in like the 6 bottles of perfume, the hairbrush, and all that good stuff, with some silver sprinkled in there. So just more of a FYI if we start getting items. We're trying to allocate stuff. And that took me a hot minute. My phone with a calculator, because my math's
33,000 or 3,300?
3,726.
Gotcha. So just under 4,000.
Correct.
Gotcha. I heard 33,000. I was like, whoa! I had no idea
So
this module was so Monty Hall. Here you go.
Rich. We're retired.
Level 3, 30,000 gold.
This, I want a dragon, I want a castle.
Alright, so there are the belongings found upon the cultists. Their collective.
I need to go add that to it.
I will take that obsidian symbol of Bane and pocket it,
Okay.
just in case it's some sort of key or something.
Okay, I'll add the rest to the party treasure, except for that obsidian amulet.
How much coin did Kalidor have on him?
One second.
The party treasure's updated.
Calidor is rocking 87 gold if I round his smaller change up to gold.
All right. I'm going to give them 80 of it so that I could have 7 gold. Actually, I'm going to give them 87. I'm going to give them 70 of that gold, so I'll have 17 to donate to the shrine as I turn his body over. And I'm going to let them have whatever gear of his that they want. And anything they want to turn back over, I will gladly accept.
I'm a little confused at the generality. You kept saying they, but it sounded like you were referencing 2 different groups of people.
No, I'm giving 70 gold to our group.
Gotcha.
To add to the collective.
So that's okay.
And then for the Temple of Tempest, I'm giving the 17 gold plus whatever gear on him that they want. So I'm turning over his entire body and all of his possessions to them. If they don't have any use for his possessions or they want to give me anything of his back, then I will gladly accept that. But I'm not going to take it from his body.
Gotcha. They don't appear particularly concerned with his possessions. They don't sort through them and give them back to you. Neither do they seem to kind of pull them aside for some kind of future purpose of their own. They just kind of accept the whole thing as one package. Thank you for returning one of their own to the shrine, and they will be praying to Tempest about what the next steps are for this holy warrior that they've lost.
And didn't he have an item that he picked up? Or he had that shield?
Yeah, he's got the golden shield with the hidden lord within it, so that might be something you want to...
I will take that.
Okay. Well, now you've got the devil speaking in your ear, then. Okay. And you can all continue looking over any assets you want to liquidate, any coin division that you're going to look over, and start strategizing what items you might be able to afford from the magical surplus store here. And we'll take our second and final 15-minute break here, and be back at 8:45.
After all the time afterwards on that, because of everything that's happened, it should be late enough for us to take our long rest, because if we don't, we can't really go on anywhere else.
Well, now you can see why I didn't want you all to have the long rest, because trying to assassinate a 4th level cleric who is fresh off of a long rest, while accompanied by 7 allies, also fresh off a long rest, I would have never been able to get it done. So.
Oh yeah, no, I can understand that. So we're gonna, and hopefully that this long rest will also include the going up of a level, maybe.
Oh no, I will give you advance warning on that. We are still a few chapters, well, not chapters, but plot lines away from level 5 at least. So go ahead and sort through your coin. You can facilitate your long rest now if that's something that you want to do after you're done shopping here. We can easily just say you go back to the Elf Song or any other tavern in Baldur's Gate, get your long rest, and pick it up the next morning if that's where we want to continue and try to get Doom back from the ledge. I guess the only
Yep, and during that time I'm going to... Oh, I'm sorry. During that time I'm also going to attune to the shield.
I guess the only possible debate in that respect would be from Nadir, if he thinks we want to wait until tomorrow to go after Doom, or if that's something that, oh, well, hell no, we're going right now. What the hell are you talking about going to sleep? So, think that over among yourselves, and yeah, we'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Alrighty.
dokie, here we go. Alright, friends, we are back for our final hour of this evening. Your characters are at Alistair's Magical Emporium. We tend to kind of quick pace the liquidation and collection of assets, unless it's something of extreme importance. So, in that vein, what are your characters looking for?
We mostly want to see what kind of silver and or magic weapons might be available. That's our first priority because of the resistances we've been running into.
Yeah, I'd be looking for just to get a general estimate of what, like, maybe a great +1 greatsword might be, since I have a habit of destroying said weapons. Also, maybe healing potions. I don't know if this would be the right spot for it, but there are some healing potions we might benefit from that.
Yeah, they're not in that store per se, but just a little bit to the south in this little tent right outside where Calidor was assassinated. That is a potion shop. It is currently closed for the evening, but you can easily just come back tomorrow morning.
We just break in. We're the Flaming Fist. We can break in and just take what we want.
Well,
So.
alright then.
Yeah.
I better not be there when you're trying this.
It was sarcasm at its finest.
Alright, well, +1 weapons of any standard kind of variety, your swords, your maces, even your standard ranged options, crossbows, bows themselves. You're looking at 1,500 gold for any one of those weapons. So basically the same cost, or a little bit less than the plate mail that you were eyeing earlier. So with your party gold as it is, you could buy 2 +1 weapons effectively. Healing potions you can also collect. I think those are what, 50 or 100?
They're listed as 50.
Yeah, we're gonna have standard prices here at this shop, and we currently have a surplus on general healing potions at 50 gold pieces a pop.
Well, I mean, Selaphiel definitely could benefit from the plate, right? So, I mean, that could be one thing down. And then,
No, because we need the ability to do damage to things. I'm gonna have the shield, and I'm gonna have my chain armor. The shield is possibly a magical shield, so it may give me an additional +1 to my armor class. But yeah, Nadir is right. We do need to be able to damage these things on a regular basis. So everyone who needs either a magic weapon or a silvered weapon.
well, then, since I'm up there in the front, I would think it would make sense for me to grab one of those +1 weapons so I can play into them. But I mean, I want to leave it open for everybody. So, because if so, then I'll get a +1 greatsword and go from there.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Is everybody?
Yep, I agree.
Good to go. Kyla, are you good with it? Ben and Jim. Oh yeah, so that's a really great idea. All right, cool. Sweet. So
Jeong-Hoon has a silver dagger, so he has a silvered weapon. So if we are going to weaponize someone else, it's going to be Hezra.
Silvered weapons, you're looking at 100 gold to silver a melee weapon, or 100 gold to silver 10 pieces of ammunition. So it's definitely more cost effective to get silver, but if you're looking at ranged, it can add up quick.
So 1,500, right, for the greatsword?
Yeah, +1 greatsword, you can drag drop that from the SRD right onto your sheet, and 1,500 gold, even Steven. They do have a tip jar there for some reason. You're not sure why.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
What kind of blacksmith has a tip jar? Well, this one, apparently.
I believe.
Are you good with me retconning the purchase of the other longsword? Or great sword? You know, we said, oh, take 50 gold pieces for that. But that was on the contingent coming to the weapon shop to get.
I'm not sure exactly what you're asking.
Okay, so I had taken 50 gold pieces out in the belief that I was going to just pick up another greatsword, normal one. So you're good with me putting the 50 gold piece back into the pot, essentially?
Yeah, exactly. Or just subtract 1450 either way. Unless you want to have a mundane greatsword in addition to your greatsword plus one, because I do know you like to carry
By carrying two greatswords,
obscene amounts of weapons. Justin was trying to say something. What you got?
Well, for one, you still have the halberd from Galador, if you want to carry that around as a backup, reach weapon. Also, I think Hezra might be a good idea to get, like, one of your weapons silvered, because when you're using your force attack thing you have, your weapon's not doing normal damage, it's doing force damage. So one of your attacks is usually doing force damage, which doesn't mean you need a magic weapon or whatever, but your offhand or whatever attack might need a silver edge.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and silver my, I believe it's a hand axe that I have in my offhand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. And is that coming from the group money or my own money?
Group money. I am
I'll
group.
hold on to that. And I will hold on to the halberd just like because it is a good point. So, awesome sauce. And how much was that?
How much was what?
For Hezra's.
Silvered hand axe would be 100.
So right now we're sitting at 2338 gold pieces.
Jeong-Hoon suggests spending 2,000 on candy.
No. I will powerbomb him through the nearest weapons table. There'll be no candy or treats for random ghosts or paranormal creatures that may be in the area.
Hey, a dire rat might respond better to a piece of peppermint candy than it will to a piece of bread.
That's your opinion, sir? I politely disagree.
Hey, maybe that dire rat's got a sweet tooth. You don't know.
Maybe. You're so funny. You guys got jokes. Get some jokes.
Make sure to get us some nice Jello.
No, actually, Jello. This is when you're not inside the Jello. That's the problem.
So I guess the question then becomes, do we wish to spend nearly all of what we have left getting armor for Selaphiel?
I would say that'd be a good idea. Honestly, we have it, and we still would have a little bit left over just for whatever randomness that may come up, like, staying in taverns, things of that nature. So I think it would be a good investment, personally.
Quick question. Since my hand axe is now silver, do I change the damage type?
It still counts as slashing damage, but if you have just add silvered to the weapon description, so like hand axe parentheses silvered, and then we'll know it bypasses resistances.
I mean, the only argument that I could have on that is the fact that I do tend to go in first. I'm tanking, so therefore, if they attack me, it means fewer attacks on all of you, and the fewer times they hit me, the longer our healing will last.
I agree totally. I just wish to hear everyone's voice on the matter. Hezra, what's your opinion on the armor? Using up our majority of our funds.
He does tend to just kind of bust into rooms, straight ahead. So I don't mind the armor too much, because it keeps us from having to heal him 500 times. Because of that. Hopefully, it'll keep the healing level down.
Just have him get the plate. This is why are we arguing about this? She's pretty much saying give him the plate, right?
I'm okay with it if that's the overall consensus. I see no issue with it. It saves us healing spells and potions.
Well, I don't know what a consensus is, but I think all of us agree that he should have it.
That's exactly what a consensus is. People talking, letting each other finish a sentence, and coming to an agreement.
That just sounds like an agreement, but whatever you say. I don't know. I thought that was like what's like your spirit inside you. But I don't know what spirit. Conscious. That consciousness. That's what I'm thinking. Never mind. You should get the plate. Sorry.
Our group is not.
Let's get the armor.
All right, go ahead and
So your
subtract.
chainmail, I will.
Go ahead and subtract.
1,700 gold. And then what were you saying about chainmail?
Well, he's got a chain now that he can sell to get some money back.
Right. So I'm going to sell my chainmail and the shield that I have because I'm going to be using the new shield.
Gotcha. Okay, so go ahead and you can get half the value back from used shield, used chainmail, and then whatever the difference is, pay that for the plate mail. And at the same time, our group is not necessarily the most perceptive, especially with the death of our cleric. But Sticky Fingers Hezra, in this instance, finds herself just kind of pawing a bag that she's not sure where she got it from, but in later recollections, she will come to realize that this was on the belt pouch, or on the belt of Thirstwell Vanthampur. And effectively, you have just stumbled upon a bag of holding with 100 platinum coins contained within it. Thirstwell makes no objection to the fact that it's been taken. He either doesn't notice it was taken or is too cowed by what has happened to voice any objection to this.
She's like a freaking kinder, man.
Oh, oops. Well, I don't advise stealing, nor do I condone it, even from bad people, unless they're already dead. There's that. He is not dead.
But at the same time, you don't quite know where you got this from. Until later.
So I've just been holding it this whole time, and I didn't realize I had it?
No, it's you haven't been holding it for a great deal of time. It definitely took place sometime right after this most recent battle.
So I somehow grabbed it off him on our way here?
Maybe you have a little bit of Kender in you.
I don't know what that is.
In Dragonlance, the Kenders are halflings that have a natural tendency to be kleptomaniacs and not realize that they've stolen stuff.
Yeah, what was it in their racial description? Any item in a Kender's house for longer than a week is considered a family heirloom.
Dan, are you good with me getting rid of some like just randomness of the party? Because pretty much I'm assuming we got rid of that. Either gave that to this guy because it's equivalent to that gold piece, like like the perfumes and the hairbrushes, things like that. Are you good with me eliminating that just to make life a little bit easier? Is everybody else good with that too?
Yeah, that's the main thing. I'm totally okay with it. Just make sure that nobody else has designs on any of that.
Does anybody have
Yeah,
any
I'm good.
designs on like the perfumes, a platinum cameo jewelry box, things of that nature? The black tome titled Apocalyptico or whatever that is. I just want to make sure before we get rid of it.
Yeah, I'm good with getting rid of that stuff.
Cool. Everybody's good?
Yeah. As for the bag, I'll probably be like, oh, oops. Here you go, and I'll just toss it back at him.
What's this? It's a bag, a pouch.
Not a Gruhlak.
What?
Not you. You're not the owner of the bag. I didn't toss it at you.
I just asked what it was. You don't have to be worried about it. I was just asking you what. It's a bag, and you threw it. What's in it?
I threw it at what's his face?
Hey, one of the Vanthampurs?
Yeah, one of the Vanthampurs. It's his bag. I don't know how I got it, but it's a bag.
I go over and
there's
snatch
nothing
it from
dangerous
him.
in it.
I walk right over and snatch it from him. Like, are you insane?
Add, by the way, add 30 gold
It's
because that's what
personal
the half of
property.
the chainmail and shield are.
What if he has a sword in here or something to kill us?
I already looked in it.
What's in it? I still take it from him, and I look in it.
He
It's the
gladly
money, man.
he gladly reclaims his money pouch, only to have it promptly yanked out of his hands again with a. Yeah, it's got 100 platinum coins inside of it. Otherwise, appears to be a bag of holding.
It's probably just his allowance, man. Nothing important or dangerous, unless he plans
He
on
doesn't need it. We need it.
like throwing coins at you.
So I still.
He gave up his claim to that when he had tried to kill us.
Thank you. Look at and he stared, and Gruhlak stares at Hezra going crazy. And yeah, I had. We'll hold on to this, if that's all right, Hezra. And so I will add that 1,000 essentially, or like platinum to our party funds.
Okay.
Still glare out like looking at her like crazy.
He's not dead, so I don't want to steal his stuff yet.
Oh, dude, you're a noble of heart, and I respect that. But they try to kill us.
It is not stealing when you are a flaming fist. You are confiscating his property because he's a criminal.
I mean, we had a
Exactly.
problem with this earlier at the beginning of our little group at the Flaming Fist when we saw other guys taking coins off of people. We all had a problem with it then, but you guys don't really seem to have a problem with it now.
Listen,
Yeah, those people were just trying to leave. This man tried to kill us with imps. There's a difference.
He still has not been judged by the law.
well then we'll hold on to it. How's that? Will it make you feel better if I just hold on to it? We don't spend any of it, and when they execute him or hang him from a tree, which is probably gonna happen. He looks right at him. It's probably gonna happen. Then we can allocate. I think is the word. Allocate the coin, everyone. Does that sound good to you? Is that hit your noble bone there?
Oh yeah, then he'll be dead. Then it won't matter.
Okay, that's what I was. And he Gruhlak secures the pouch to his belt and goes about outward doing looking to the fundage.
Okay, make sure to add that magic item to your sheet as well. Hey Don, did you see the post in the chat log there about your shield?
Yep. I noted that and put it in the character already.
Perfect. And any shopping for healing potions or other kinds of potions, or did we have further business at the Magical Emporium?
I would like to get some potions if that's at all possible.
It might be a good idea to spend some of our wealth on some healing.
100 platinum buys a lot of healing potions.
Do they have any of the more advanced ones?
You did get the 30 gold from the sale of the chain and the shield, right, James?
Now I have. Yes.
Or is it just all the basic potions?
Loading. 1 second. They do have the greater healing potions as well. 4d4 plus 4. Those sell for 200 each.
What was it again? I'm sorry.
It's basically double the healing, but 4 times the cost. So, kind of judge that how you want to.
Okay.
You can get a healing potion 2d4 plus 2 for 50, or a greater 4d4 plus 4 for 200.
Since we have this magical bag that can hold more items, I think we probably should get the more healing potions.
Sounds like a good plan.
Is there anybody who would want to buy those spell books we have?
What do they got? A bunch of first level spells?
Yeah, quite a few first level spells.
You could get 100 gold per book. What is there? 3 books? 2 books?
Yeah, there's 3.
Yeah, it's worth 300 gold if you want to liquidate those.
Sure do. I'll add that.
I'm going through. I'm like keep track of some other stuff. So if you guys do get that, just add it to the party treasure. We'll get some math here, if you don't mind.
Okay, alright. Make sure to get your...
Do you have our current...
Say it again.
Do you have our current total? Because you haven't updated the party
Yeah,
treasure
yeah,
list.
my bad. So right now we have, if we don't count the platinum pieces that were in the bag of holding, which would be gold. That's what, how many hundred were in there? So 1,000 gold pieces essentially. We have, aside from that, if we didn't use them, we have 668 gold pieces, roughly.
You want to get 10 healing potions? 500 gold?
Yeah.
Sure, that'll work.
Perfect.
So maybe we can get 10.
Is that 2 per character, or are you just going to stockpile them in the party thing and try to access them as needed?
2 per character is probably a good idea.
Yeah, considering it's going to be tough for us to get to each other sometimes in combat.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, we got our magical gear, we got our potions. Any other mundane gear? Do you guys need rations? Any kind of adventuring supplies before you roll out?
We are taking a long rest, so that should give us back our hit points and such.
Yeah, definitely make sure to get your long rest.
Yeah, are we doing the rest before we turn over the Vanthampurs or not?
I think we should. We've been beat to crap. We'll probably need the rest.
Because if we, because it's the trouble of having them with us when we rest, kind of having to watch over them and stuff.
Yeah. It's an issue.
Okay, let's turn them over first, and then we can get ourselves our rest.
Okay. that segment loaded up here then.
Oh, and do I know what he was talking about when he said lech?
You do know it to be a very shady inn in a very shady neighborhood. So upon meeting Captain Zodge again, well, looks like it's been quite an eventful few days for you.
Yes, it has. We would like to turn these two
We're
over.
supposed to be hanging on to hip points.
You've got two of the Vanthampur sons with you. Care to explain what this is all about?
We would like to turn them over under the charges of treason, attempted murder, and consorting with demons and devils.
Very well.
The Vanthampur family. Yes, the Vanthampur family were the ones behind the cults of the Dead Three, and we're consorting with devils, demons.
What about the Duke and the other son?
The other son is the one who helped us crack this case, and the Duke. We tried to bring her in alive.
So she's dead then, huh? Alright. Is there anything left at the old Vanthampur villa? Do I need to send officers to secure the scene?
I'd want to. There were some guards that we did not kill, that we subdued. And there may be more imps on premises. A lot of them went invisible. We couldn't track them all. Do be aware of that and be careful if you do send men.
Alright, right.
And there might be plenty of things in there for the, that thieves may go in there and try to steal, so make sure that the estate is handled appropriately.
Aye, no ruffians be getting their hands on that place while it's under my watch. I thank you for your service. You've exceeded all my expectations. In fact, I promised you 200 gold coins. Each. You seem to have, where's the other fella? The other one, the other Azamar?
He did not make it.
Oh, it's a shame. Very, very bad shame. He was, a holy one, yes?
Yes. We've already brought his body to a temple of Tempest, a shrine of Tempest, where the priests there are taking care of him.
Alright then. Seems his share is well earned as well. Whether you want to pass that on to his next of kin, if any, use it for your further exploits, whatever. None of my business. But I'd say you've earned 220 gold each. So, does that come out to 1,200? What's that? 1,340? 1,320? I want to say 220 times 6.
We're just keeping it split amongst ourselves, or do we want to put it into the party fundage?
Yeah, 1,320.
That is a lot of gold for us to carry. We should put it in that magical bag that seems to be able to hold lots and lots of golden items.
Okay, we'll put it in there. He'll open up the pouch. Just be like, put it in there.
Feels very good to get this this off of the list here. We have many tasks to tend to, but and at that moment, your meeting with Captain Zodge is interrupted by the arrival of several Flaming Fist soldiers clad in plate armor. From behind this wall of swords and steel steps an armored woman with a white cloak and graying hair. Are these the maniacs who've stirred up every nest of rats in this godforsaken city?
Commander Porter, says Zodge. I was told you wouldn't be in Baldur's Gate for at least another 10 days.
That's what the city's government wanted you to think, Captain, she replies. Turning to you, she says, I trust you've been adequately compensated.
Yes, milady.
Oh, I'm no lady. I'm merely the next in line to command the Flaming Fist now that, we've lost our Grand Duke.
Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, yeah.
My name is Captain Porter. I'm here to, oversee the goings-on in Baldur's Gate now that Grand Duke Ravengard has vanished seemingly indefinitely, and Captain Zodge here is clearly not up to the task.
Is this a
Congratulations.
task that you want us to take care of?
It seems to me that you've handled much more than this city could ever realistically require of you. I can say that given the revelations that you have uncovered and the reports that I've heard about the Vanthampurs and your goings-on there, I would say that we can begin reopening the gates of the city, allowing some of these refugees in, allowing some of our merchants out. If you have been adequately compensated for these tasks, I thank you for your service to the city. I hope to see you again.
It's been our pleasure. We will take our leave. We have other things that we need to take care of.
First is a long sleep.
Yes, you certainly look like you've earned it. Consider your stay at the Elf Song on me tonight.
Thank you. It's appreciated.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, and for the first time since April, your characters get a long rest.
So does Amric Vanthampur.
Oh man, that poor guy. He finally gets a long rest and then wakes up finally sober and clear-headed enough to realize what fate awaits him. Alright, so everybody got their long rest taken care of, and are we ready to proceed to the Lech?
Yes, we are. Well, I am. I'm not speaking for everybody.
Looks like Jeong-Hoon is still down 1 hit point. Otherwise, I don't know how much of his long rest needs to be taken care of.
Those were greater healing potions, correct?
The ones you bought
No,
are,
regular ones.
Yeah, standard healing. 2d4 plus
Okay.
2.
Gotcha.
Alright, and it is first task of the next day that you guys are heading down to the Lech, or are you guys going to wait for a certain time of the day? What's the deal?
I want to go right away. Once we're rested and ready to go, I'm like, let's go. I got my half brother. He's crippled. He can't really defend himself. We got to save him.
Let's go then.
Alright. And it appears that the shopkeepers and residents of this particular seedy neighborhood are in the know that something is about to happen here, even at this early hour. So the streets are pretty vacant. None of the shops are opened. A couple of them even have boarded up windows, as if that's going to save their building from a fireball or something. And as you approach the main central area of the neighborhood, you are kind of caught off guard briefly by the half dozen skeletons that are just kind of positioned right there in front of the far building, which is actually considered the Lech. The whole neighborhood is called the Lech, but this one tavern inn is where the rest of the neighborhood gets its name. And standing in the doorway of the Lech with a few more worshippers of Baal, Mirkul, is the head of the Banites, or at least the only one left standing at this point. And he calls out loudly, bellowing down the street as your characters approach. You have taken our lives. You have taken everything from us. Now we return the favor. Your family shall be the subject of our next sacrifice, our next bloodletting. The Church of Bane, Mirkul, and Baal does not end today. It is reborn today. After we have taken the blood of your brother, we shall take the blood of the rest of you.
So you're trying to grow some balls?
He said balls.
Ba-dumps.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's so out of style for Selaphiel.
Oh, that was fun.
A little bit.
What? Balls. BAHLS. Balls. You know, more people for ball.
Right. Right.
Alright, get some initiative for your side there. We're gonna see how the other half lives. Looking through a glass onion up here on
Kyla
the top side.
Kyla might be frozen. Just FYI.
Frozen.
Oh, there you go. You're back. You're back. Yay. Woo.
Okay, so that appears to be everybody. The grand plans that the Church of the Dead Three had, along with the Vanthampurs. This is the last bit of that faction that remains. This Black Gauntlet of Bane, located all the way up here, is the leader of this particular faction here. And looks like Hezra is going to top off the initiative here, so let's go ahead. And your turn. Go ahead.
Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and move up. I've got my 10-foot reach on this dude right here. I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do my planar ward. You want it posted, or you just got it?
I got it.
Okay.
That one's a frequent enough appearance that I've got that one. Moving in, stabbing at the skeleton, planar warrior for 12 damage there. Skeletor. Nope, I don't have him there. There we go. Where are you hiding, Skeletor?
And then that's going to be my EOT.
Alright. And that skeleton is nearly completely crumbled into nothingness from the one attack. And now we have both of these two cloaked figures in the back. Okay. Moving up 25 feet there to get in Hezra's face. And I think I'll do the same with the next one. Come on, work with me. There we go. Okay, so both of them scooch on up, and they are going to do the multi-attack followed by Shroud Self. Does not look like any kind of advantage on Hezra, so... Holy moly! 2 natural 20s. Okay, so 10 piercing, and then the second attack is going to land for 7 piercing, it would appear. And that's just the first one. Second one, likewise, 2 dagger attacks. Oh my goodness gracious. 17, and that's going to drop Hezra right from the get-go. And Shroud Self, right there, magically invisible till the start of its next turn. So that's going to whisk these 2 guys away.
At least I got one good hit in before I got knocked down.
Man, those guys just came out guns blazing. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, the long rest right there that you're talking about, false identity. Yeah, that's the gritty realism option to use. We are, funny that you mention it, we're actually pretty soon going to be switching to the opposite end of the spectrum, which is the epic long rest variant, where you can get a long rest in 1 hour and a short rest within 5 minutes, because once these characters get down into the 9 layers of hell, they're going to need a few advantages, I would say. Okay, so the Reapers, they were about as good as they could hope to be. Hezra is down, and Jeong-Hoon... Oh, Hezra! Look out! Jeong-Hoon is up.
Alright, well, I saw her go down, saw those dudes go invisible. They might still be there, they might not, so... He's not a healer, so he's gonna go and try and reduce the number of enemies on the field while the healers can get to her. So he's gonna move up and go for the skeletons that you can see.
Perfect. Okay. Gotcha there. Some dice rolls. A natural 1. Oh my goodness.
So he misses horribly and then punches it.
And Skeletor is... Yep. Actually vulnerable to bludgeoning damage, so the 5 becomes 10. Is that on the west or the northeast? Gotcha. Fantastic. Smack, and that skeleton is likewise almost crumbled into just a pile of bones. That's it for Jeong-Hoon. Looks like you got back-to-back with Nadir. Nadir's flying above the little fountain here in the center, or the little pool. touch spell at 30 feet, okay. Ah. There we go. Hezra needs that.
So I fly up and turn on my sorcery power to heal her from a distance.
Excellent. Looks like I have the next turn here with my guy hiding on the porch behind the stack of crates up here, i.e. known as the Master of Souls. It's not scary. Hey Justin, for Nadir, what's that, 20 feet up?
10 feet.
10 feet, alright, even better. Master of Souls is going to throw a fireball, basically centered on Nadir up there in the sky. And if I've got the measurements correctly, it looks like it'll get the 3 characters behind you, as well as Hezra up there in front of you. Jeong-Hoon would be just out of the range. So there's that. Spell save DC is 14. And I'm going to use this here and make that necrotic damage instead of fire. Ouch. Wow, everybody failed, huh? Let's see how Rhea does. No good for her either.
We were all too stunned by the higher level spell. We're not that high level yet. You can't
Wait a
do that.
minute. Alright, so 24 necrotic damage to all 5 of you there.
I take 12.
Ah, look at that. I went and bypassed Nadir's resistance, but didn't account for yours. Oh well.
You almost flat out, like, double killed me.
Oh my gosh. Poor Hezra just, ooh, ah.
Quick question, since I just took more than I have, and I'm 10 feet in the air, do I automatically fail a death save when I fall to the ground?
He's falling into a nice soft water pool.
I see what you mean. Nah, because you're flying by your own power, you don't necessarily fall like a rock. You actually kind of drift a little bit like a feather, and you don't land gently in the water, but it's not any kind of landing that would cause you to be down on the death save track.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it for the Master of Souls, who just ducks back behind this crate because that's impervious to all damage, apparently. Selaphiel, your turn.
I pump all 20 hit points of my lay on hands into Nadir.
Alright, turn that frown upside down. What's that? Move, action, EOT?
Yep.
right, skeletons. Looks like Jeong-Hoon's got a big target on him. Okay, so passive perception from everybody in the party. This skeleton up here, it tries to go this way, and it clearly bumps into something that's there that you can't see. So it instead goes this way. And it's going to come around here to get the surrounding on Jeong-Hoon, more or less. The two skeletons up here on the porch are going to stay there, and they are firing with their longbows. So here comes 4 short sword attacks at Jeong-Hoon. Okay, 18 for 4, 21 for 6. The third and fourth would both be with advantage, so 19 for 7 and a natural 20 for 4 damage.
Oh, come on!
Man, you haven't had a TPK in a long time, have you?
I've been dreaming of it. Alright, and the 2 skeletons on the porch there are going to take aim at Nadir and Selaphiel, 1 apiece. And that's going to miss both of them, so the skeletons are done. Rhea has just taken a decent amount of hit points, so she's going to go ahead and use her 30 feet to get up here, get a flank attack on this skeleton. Alright, and that will finish off the skeleton here. She doesn't have enough movement left, unfortunately, to take advantage of the second attack. So that's it for your ally. Brings it over to Gruhlak.
How high up are the archers? These 2 over here.
On the porch, if you're standing on the ground next to them, you can easily stab up at them. They're like maybe 5 to 6 feet high.
Okay. It's just a... Dang it. Just a crap. I'm just trying to do some movement calculation.
You have the halberd, which gives you reach.
Good point. Okay. So, having that,
And being a two-handed weapon, your ability works with it too.
good point. 2, 3. There. So, oh. I was like, I can really invoke. Possible. So, I will attack this guy. Hit him first.
Okay.
This is with the halberd. Halberd, thank you. Come on now. Alright.
Well, it's a successful hit, but the skeleton has more unholy energy keeping it afoot.
So hold on, I gotta
Roll the 1 on damage.
I gotta roll the 1 for damage. That's a D10. Jeez, man. What have we done?
What the
Why
heck?
is this happening? I guess I'll use a action surge. Try to hit that guy again.
All right.
We're kind of in a bad spot, so I need to get rid of these stinking things, or at least one of them.
Yeah, clear out these minions.
So, do second the same one. Okay.
There you go. That's going to crumble that skeleton. You can just see the energy that's keeping it animated just kind of dissipate, and it just collapses.
Good. And for my bonus action, I'll do a second wind.
Okay.
Feels already in a bad spot.
That's too bad you can't give it to Hezra.
Shit, I wish I could. Okay. 4, 7. Alright.
What you know about 7?
Yeah. Okay. And that will be EOT for me.
Okay, it looks like my Black Gauntlet of Bane will finally be taking an action here. Okay. Yep. Fine with that. I don't know, this just seems too good not to use, considering all the thousands of times I've had it used against me, so, yeah. Go. Okay. It's kind of a light gray color for his aura, but you should all be able to see it now. And I think I will just start moving on up to the east side. Yeah, that's a good spot to hang out. We got Jeong-Hoon inside of it at the start of his turn. That is it for my leader, so that's going to bring it over to the top of the initiative again, and Hezra, who's in death save mode. Yes, indeed. So Kyla's got one up. And at this point, my 2 Reapers, who become visible at the start of their turn, one of them pops right up here next to Gruhlak. I thought for sure you were going to do a beeline and run right into him, and you took a slight detour at the last second.
It was tactical position.
Yeah, it was. After you did it, I saw why you did it, but I thought for sure he's just going to run into the Reaper and attack him, and it won't matter about reach or anything like that. And the second one we kind of earlier had revealed as being right here. Okay, so they will take their turn.
I would like to mention something at this point.
What you got?
So the Spirit Guardians says he can designate any number of creatures he can see to be unaffected by it. The Reapers were invisible when he cast the spell.
I will have to double check if he has some means of seeing them, otherwise, good catch. Gauntlet. Spellcasting. That. Nope, 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 nope. Yep, yep. Okay. Alright, so I do not have a means of seeing them. This one is just outside of the zone, but this one here is pretty much right in the middle of it. So let's start off with their wisdom save. No. Nothing there. Nope. 12, not good enough. 8. Alright, necrotic damage. Alright, 12. Ouch. Okay, so I start my turn, take some unintentional friendly fire, and we will both dive right back into the 2-dagger attacks and Shroud Self, and maybe get the heck out of the Spirit Guardian radius there. First one, I got 2 attacks on Gruhlak. Looks like the first one will hit, the second one will miss. 7 piercing on Gruhlak, and then this Reaper once again goes invisible. Okay, and for the second Reaper, I'm just going to kind of move through this space here, and I'm going to lay into Rhea. Ouch. Her armor class is a 17, so the second one will miss. First one is going to take 8 more of her hit points, though, and she is just about bloodied now. Okay, so that's it for the Reapers. Oh, actually, one more bit from them. Not that you can see it. Okay, that's it for the Reapers. Brings it over to Jeong-Hoon. Looks like he's taking some necrotic damage. Do you want to burn Jim's inspiration tonight? Technically, he would have one.
I might as well, since it's almost the end of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Shoot. There you go. Okay, 10 necrotic damage then, which... Dope!
At least I'm a half orc, so I have 1 hit point.
Hey, that's true. You get to come back.
might as well try to take these guys down before I go down. I'll do 30 blows, spending a key point to get 3 attacks. Hopefully I can take down all 3 of these skeletons. I'll start on the one on the right top and work my way counterclockwise.
Gotcha. Okay, that's one. Oh boy. Just a near miss on that one. And that'll be enough to finish off the third one at least. Moving out. Alright, let's see what the skeleton's got.
Do they have a bone to pick with us?
Haha.
Gotta get that.
Oh, goodness gracious. And Jeong-Hoon has his first of the campaign. I guess it would be here where he falls.
Wait, did I miss something? Because he moved, but it was the attack opportunity.
Correct.
I'm sorry, I can spend a key point to do disengage's bonus.
Oh,
but
okay.
I spent a bonus to do the. I spent a bonus to do 30 blows, so I can't do that anyway. So yeah.
Gotcha. So when Jeong-Hoon comes to, he's gonna have Chris Rock kind of looking over his head. You got knocked the fuck out. Nadir, over to your turn. Hooray! I'm swimming.
I'll look over at Selaphiel, like, which one do you want to heal?
We may not have time to heal. We need to take out the damage dealers now.
Very well.
That'll give us some time to be able to heal them.
I'm going to target the gauntlet, the guy with the concentration effect up, and I'm going to do this.
Selaphiel hears the voice of the hidden lord in his head. Yes, do not heal them. They are only a distraction for your ultimate goal. Play on any creature, double any damage you deal. If able, you must attack that creature. Nice boon. And some of these boons are kind of sketchy on things like duration or save DCs or anything. So we tend to kind of play them as the mood fits. In this instance, considering you're trying to rescue your brother and this is the guy holding him, that effect will last until this guy is dead. AC's a little better. You're gonna use your little bonus thing. that will make up the difference. AC is 16. So double the damage there. Go ahead and roll another d12. Okay, 7 damage and a concentration check. Man, what is it? DC 5 or the damage, whichever is higher, or is it DC 10 or the damage?
It's DC 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher.
Well, I did not make that, so there goes the Spirit Guardians. Did not see that coming. Alright, let's kill that radius. Very good. Alright. That's it for Nadir.
Yeah, that's all he's got.
Excellent. We have Master of Souls going again. Fireball? Should I fireball? Yeah, if we burn you to a crisp, we can't sacrifice you on the altar. We can't use your blood if we just burn you all up into nothing, so let's try something different. That's the wrong spell. That's the right spell. I'm going to teleport right over there next to Gruhlak. And attack twice with my silvered skull flail.
Did he teleport inside the other guy that's invisible?
I did not.
Just checking.
Thank you. As I draw the silvered skull flail to attack Gruhlak with it, Selaphiel recognizes that weapon. You've already turned one of those in to your shrine to be dismantled or for safekeeping, whatever the case is. And here are 2 attacks against Gruhlak. Oh, dear Lord. Oh! So that's a hit. The first hit nearly drops him. The second one, man, comes close to killing him.
You no longer get to complain about no 20s.
Yeah, for sure. Last couple sessions, the dice were not with me tonight. They are
Now,
all over.
Are you sure that you're not going to let us go to level 5 after this? Because, I mean, this is just heinous.
No, I'm down.
Yeah, he is down. We got 2 characters in death save mode.
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's right. You got your half-orc thing, so you're back up at 1.
Yeah.
Which is a darn shame, because you had 3 hit points left, and I dealt 31 to you, and then you're like, no, I still got 1 hit point.
Yeah, I forgot about that, but that's too used to this. So when that happens again, and I get back up.
Very true. Selaphiel, what you got?
Anybody want to throw attacks of opportunity at me while I'm going towards there? Go ahead.
I have nothing from any of my guys, so unless one of your allies is going to turn on you. That is a hit.
Is he fiendish?
I don't think so. I think he's just a human devotee, but let me double check. Yeah. Lawful evil human. He has this right here. Unless, are you immune to the frightened condition?
Not yet. I don't get that until like level 6 or something like that.
Gotcha. Give me one more attack with that mace. We'll use the lesser of the two. That turns a hit into a miss.
End of turn.
Okay. I have skeletons. 2 of them. Jeong-Hoon is down. I got Selaphiel right here. Skeletons are not quite tactical enough to intentionally flank, so that's just going to be a normal attack. And the skeleton here on the porch is going to take a shot at Gruhlak. So let's see what happens.
Let's see.
Okay, stabby on Selaphiel. Hey, it's a hit.
No, it's not. 22 AC.
Man, 4-point AC boost. Insane. Next one on Gruhlak. And there he goes. 2 unconscious characters. Alright, well I've got Rhea here. And she will move over to here. And I'm just going to force feed Hezra one of my healing potions. Not much, but hey, almost as good as it could be. 9 hit points for Hezra. And let's bring it over to Gruhlak and see what you have for death save. You're 1 up on that. Kyla, did you get that? Yes, you did. Perfect. And the Gauntlet of Bane will conclude our session for this evening. Alright, time for a double smack 'em on Selaphiel. Ooh! Nothing doing there. Natural 1. $11. Well, I guess the good news out of that is I didn't drop my mace on the second attack there. Alright, I'll move us back over to the home page here to close out the session. Gonna send us over to the credits screen here in a few moments after you say your farewells, if there's anything any of you would like to say before we close it out tonight.
Hey, thanks for everybody who's watched this and who's watching the replay of this or anything else like that. And I look forward to being on Thursday night's OOC.
If we don't make it, it was a good run. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens.
Oh, man.
That was definitely...
Yeah. Jim, you're watching this. Sorry, I did my best.
I did my best. I did my freaking best.
It was me. I peed.
It was me. I But good night, everybody.
Have a good night, all. Hope you enjoyed.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. See you later.
Have a good night.